What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today, I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this Royce da 5'9" album called The Book of Ryan. Now, Royce da 5'9" is a top-tier lyricist from Detroit who's always putting in work, and he has really put out some great projects over the past couple of years. He had Bar Exam 4, he was snapping all over that mixtape. Layers was a great album, and then with DJ Premier, he did Prime 2 just recently, which was a pretty solid project. Not something that'll make my year-end list, but it would definitely be one of the honorable mentions. But this project right here was being talked about as Royce's most personal work yet, and that's something that I was really excited about because I've really wanted to know more about Royce, and he definitely came through with it. You're going to get all kinds of skits on here that help set the stage and really let you know what's going on, and the songs go deep into a lot of different content. So I want to start off with one song that I really loved on this called Strong Friend. You get some nice minimalistic production here, and the whole idea of this song is how you have to check up on your strong friend, man. We all know that when it comes to depression and different mental illnesses, you can't always see it on the surface. Sometimes it's hidden within people who seem very strong and composed. So he goes into a lot of detail about that and breaks down how important it is for everyone to check out for one another. I just think that was really dope and an important message to be shared. But one of the most amazing tracks on here to me has got to be Power. You get some very good production on this one. I think Royce handled that production very well. He has some nice flows on here, as he does throughout this project. And this one really goes deep into what it was like for him to have a father who really had a lot of different issues. The issues that Royce has with his father are actually explored on many tracks, but this one in particular gets into some storytelling about what it was like during the holiday season in their home. So he breaks down what it was like at Christmas times where they were getting all their toys and yet shit still got all fucked up and his dad was wilding out. But the verse about Thanksgiving really was the best one, man. His brother Greg comes home drunk, he's just fucking shit up, and his dad is standing at the top of the stairs in his underwear with the strength of Superman, as Royce says. I just thought that was funny, because most of us know that that dad strength is no joke. So on this track, he's just letting you know that his father had a vicious streak, but in the end, he also was showing love to his dad, because now that he's older and wiser, he's come to realize how hard it is to be a father. Royce is a father himself now, and he's sort of come to accept his father's shortcomings and failures in the past. I think that's a very important message as well, and that's one of the themes on this project. You're actually going to hear that more on the song Cocaine. I was really on the middle with this one at first because I wasn't too big on Royce's singing, but it doesn't sound too bad and the content is so strong that it works. You do feel a bit of emotion in his voice as he is singing, and this one goes into detail about how Royce actually discovered cocaine in his dad's car and just into how, his father had this cocaine issue, he was struggling with that addiction, just the effect that it had on the family. So this track was really dope. I like how he opened up about that, and you know what? The more I listened to this track, the more it grew on me. Again, the singing was kind of hit and miss on this track and some of the other tracks, which I will talk about later, but overall the content just holds this project together, and this was a dope song, man. It's kind of smooth and melodic, and I like that Royce was being open with us and sharing this with us about his father. So there's plenty of great content on here, and I also appreciate how Royce gets kind of cyclical on this, because on the song Outside, he's speaking as a father to his son. He understands now what it's like to be a father and some of the struggles and issues that come along with that. So he's expressing to his son that he loves him, he's proud of him, and he respects him, but he also fears for his son. He knows that these substance abuse issues have plagued not only Royce's dad, but Royce himself. So, he's scared that his son might fall into that. He also is worried about his son as a young black man in America where the police are wilding out. So there is a lot of great content all over this, man. It really comes together so nicely, and I can only explain it so much. Like, I think when you listen to all these tracks, you're really going to take it in, and you come out of this with a great understanding of who Royce da 5'9" is. That's actually what makes this so damn good. But there are plenty of great features on here as well. I think Boogie fit perfectly on the song Dumb, where they're just ripping apart the music industry. This one also has a beat that kind of reminds me of like some vintage Scott Storch or Dr. Dre type of shit, so that was cool. And of course, we get J. Cole on Boblo Boat. This is another track that's kind of smooth and wavy. I like the feel, the production, and even though I'm not big on J. Cole projects usually, he snapped on this verse, man. I really liked what he was talking about. He's getting nostalgic and just reminiscing on an old car that he had, how he was just showing out on the block. And Royce is also getting nostalgic about different things he had going on with his family. So this is one of those tracks that takes you back, and the video is nice too, so make sure you check it out. These are just a couple of the great features. But of course, we have got to talk about Eminem on Caterpillar. Eminem fucking ate this alive. You know, I kind of been hard on Eminem over the past couple of years, especially that last project, which had a lot of issues, but that's a whole other story. But anyway, man, he was eating on this one. I like that he was straight flowing. He wasn't trying to do any weird shit. He wasn't getting off beat. He was just straight up eating this track alive. And that part about Anderson Silva with his leg hanging off, that was one of the craziest flows and rhyme schemes that I've heard in a while. So, you know, when I hear Eminem rap like this, and also like he did on that Chloroseptic remix, it just makes me wonder what we could get from Eminem if he would just give us a project of that instead of all that other stuff. But, you know, again, that's another topic. But he ate this track, and Royce did too, man. He's doing some more singing on this. Again, I wasn't too big on that. He kind of reminded me of like Snow on Informer. Not that he was going fast, but there's a little bit of like a reggae feel to his voice, at least in my opinion. Maybe I'm tripping. But still, man, this is a dope track, and I appreciate it for what it is. However, that remix with Logic, oh my God, man. Here comes Logic again, like he goes on a diatribe where he's actually just ranting and raving and not even really flowing. He's speaking about being biracial again, his racial issues, like this shit. Like he must be trolling us at this point, man. He just is always bringing it up. We're always talking about it. It's not even an exaggeration anymore, man. That shit is all over the place. So, you know what? This was just a dumpster juice verse, in my opinion, with pumpkin chunks floating all through it. Could have done without the remix, but hey, man, they threw it on there. It is what it is. Much better than that, though, is Summer on Lock. You're going to get a Pusha T hook here. That's kind of nice, although I would have liked a verse from him. But hey, we get verses from Fabulous and Jadakiss who hold it down. But I thought Royce stole the show when he spit that he'll shoot a nigga's face off like Tim Taylor's neighbor. That was a hard-ass line. Anyone who remembers Home Improvement remembers our boy Wilson. So that was dope, man. There were plenty of clever lines and clever wordplay all over this project, but I was really focusing more on the content and storytelling because that's what I thought made it shine. All that said, I'm going to go with a 4 out of 5 on this one because it's really pretty dope all around. I mean, I thought about a 3.5 because some of the singing on these tracks held it back, especially on like Life is Fair, First of the Month, and Anything/Everything. I just feel like Royce's voice can kind of get boring after a while. There's not anything too unique to it when he's singing. But in other instances, it works great. Like on the song Cocaine, that was pretty much perfect. So that was dope. But the storytelling and bars is what really holds us together, man. The production is kind of iffy in spots as well. You get some chintzy synth production on Legendary. Then with Amazing, you have this Macklemore type of vibe. It's very Macklemorian, as I've said before. So, you know, this isn't like a perfect album at all. But still, man, there are plenty of bars. Great content, great storytelling. A lot of beats on here are pretty good. Like, I wasn't in love with the production. I actually think Layers was a bit more memorable with the production on that side of things. But hey, man, I like both projects about the same, but for different reasons. This one actually has better content and storytelling and shit. So, you know, that's very dope. But hey, that's what I got to say about it. You guys can check it out for yourself and then hit me up in the comments section with your thoughts. And of course, man, make sure you check me out on my social media sites so you can show me love and show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.